Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, a spring training matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Mets. Now a chance to look at the starting nine for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, I love what Matt Carpenter brings to the table for this team. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
Noah Syndergaard gets the starting nod for the Mets. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, when you think of the power arms in baseball, this is the first guy you think of. Noah Syndergaard, big, strong guy, throws 89 to 93 mile an hour sliders. That's right, sliders. His fastball, anywhere from 97 to 101 miles an hour. Power fastball, power slider, and a terrific changeup. One of the best pitchers in the game of baseball.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And let's focus on Michael Conforto. He's definitely known for that sweet left-handed swing in the top of the order. But he's no slouch defensively as well, showing the ability to come in on baseballs, make diving catches, and throw guys out at the plate.
Digging in, Harrison Bader. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for St. Louis, center fielder, Harrison.
Here's the first pitch to him. Crowd still filing in this afternoon as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Ball and a strike. And we should see some 90s as we go forward. 88 degrees our game time temperature. And he takes a big swing at that one as this one's lifted high in the air and deep out to left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Right fielder.
Digging in, Jose Martinez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Popped him up. McNeil has a play. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting third, first baseman.
Now at the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Syndergaard, or Thor as he's often known. He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Missed with a slider.
1 and 2.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it a battle.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Down in order go the Cardinals. Cardinals 0, Mets coming to bat. It's a rematch of the 2006 NLCS, and it's on the show. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us a little bit more about this lineup.
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Jack Flaherty is on the mound for the Cardinals. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it just goes to show you how tough it is to pitch in today's game. This guy has a career ERA over 5. At times he can be good, and at times he can be really, really bad. It'll be interesting.
Defensively. And I want to focus on first baseman Paul Goldschmidt. I'm going to steal a line from my partner here, Dan Plesac. Hashtag Goldschmidt happens. This former Gold Glover can play some serious defense as well as carry this offense.
So Stratton forward now. Jeff McNeil. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. And they start him out away with a cold strike. Oh, and 1, here it comes. And it's fouled away. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 home. Now a check swing here. Did he go around? No, says the third base umpire Patrick Johnson. It's ball 1. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. One out, nobody on. Right side, but it's well foul. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Grounded up the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting third, second baseman, Robinson.
Next up from New York, Robinson Cano, looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. 2 out, nobody on. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul for strike 2. Ready with the 0-2. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2, and if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Curveball locks him up, strike 3, and that's the third out. Second inning upcoming here in Florida's Baseball City with no score. Here's Matt Carpenter. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Third baseman number 13, Matt Carpenter.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Right side, hit hard to his right, Smith, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and the leadoff man set down to start the second.
Batting fifth, shortstop, Paul DeJong.
So that brings in the power hitting middle infielder Paul DeJong. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He's gone 3 for 6. He's taken him deep once. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. Throw to first, but he's safe. And now the stadium's attention turns back to the man on the mound.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step one, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy, and you can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Jed Jerko now. As he'll take a look at ball one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. One 0 count. Here it is. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. DeJong stands at first with 1 out. A high fastball is in there.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Three and one. The 3-1. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 23.
Striding in, Marcell Ozuna. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here comes the first pitch. And a slider on the inside for strike one. No score here as we play inning number 2. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Two and 2 to Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out the jam, and keep this game tied.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. Career numbers versus Syndergaard. He comes in hitting right at a 300 clip. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. Liner toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. DeYoung rounds third and is digging for the plate. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Road. Big, and I mean big, 2-out RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan, didn't come outside it, stayed through the baseball, and was able to come through.
Into the box, Jack Flaherty. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Hey, here's a case right here, D-Road, where as a pitcher, you could really help himself. With a 2-out RBI here, this would be a huge run if he could drive this run in.
Dan, this is already a win-win in my book. For the 8-hole hitter to grab an RBI knock, not only does he get the pitcher up, he turns the lineup over for next inning. This is unbelievable.
So 1-1. Down the first baseline. Oh, look at the dive. Got him. That was exceptional. He got the out and prevented the runner from having a chance to score. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. More spring training baseball from Florida following this. Leading off the inning, Michael Conforto. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Fielder, Michael Conforto.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. Now here's the pitch. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Now the 0-2 pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Jerko fields it cleanly, and that's out number 1.
Batting fifth, center fielder, Yoenis.
So coming to the plate, Yoenis Cespedes. First offering on its way. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. In there, and it's even at 1.
The count's 1-1.
We're in the second with the Redbirds holding a 1-0 lead. Squared that one up just a little late. The 1-2. Smoke toward the hole. There is Jerko. And that's the second out.
Batting sixth, third baseman, Jed Lowrie.
In now, Jed Lowrie to try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the pitch. First pitch is a fastball inside, 1-0. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. The 2-0. 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
The 3-0 pitch. There's ball 4.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fouled off. The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We've played 2 full. St. Louis is out in front, 1-0. And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Bader, 23 years old. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, when you come out of the middle rounds, you have to grind for everything, and that's exactly what this guy has done, and he has turned himself into a solid big league ball player.
1-2 now. The 1-2. Popped him up. Cano is there. 1 out.
Now batting.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy.
Standing in now, Jose Martinez. And he fouls this one off. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, 0-2 the count to Jose Martinez. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a pitch down that's swung on and sent to second base. And there's out number 2.
Now batting. First base.